What's up, friends? Welcome back to our YouTube channel, and thank you so much for checking in today. In today's video, I'm excited for, because today is kind of more of a special day. There's times in your life where things just lines up and it makes sense. You can't explain it. You don't understand why. It just seems so serendipitous. It almost doesn't seem real, like it was some orchestrated plan by someone to do something. And that's how I feel right now. Before I want to get into that, we did it, everyone. We survived our first month doing YouTube full time. I've said it a bunch of times, and this is probably the last time I'm really gonna say it for a while, but I left my job to do YouTube, which is a crazy thing. We've heard all these social influencers and public speakers that say if you have a dream and a passion, just pursue it. Just go after it. And a lot of them will say do it smartly. Sometimes it means leaving your job, but sometimes it means doing your dream on the side until you can make it your job. For me, that wasn't really an option. To me, it was either follow my dream or get stuck in this dead-end job. And so I left everything behind to follow my dream. And that's partly why today is so special, because it's been 1 month and we got through it together. This community has grown, the content that we're viewing has gotten better, and I'm just so happy that we were able to do this, that I was able to give up the secure life that I had to take a risk and to pursue something that I've always wanted and something that I passionately love and care about. And you're probably thinking, Ryan, you've only done this for a month. You've only made 12 videos. Like, that's not that much. You're right, it's not that much. But the amount that I've learned just in the last month about myself is unreal. I'm actually happy because now I actually see myself as a real person. Before I started this YouTube thing, I felt like a normal human being. I had friends, I did things, I was experiencing life, and it seemed normal. I felt like I had a normal life. I guess for all intents and purposes, I did, but I wasn't living it, not the way that I am now. Because one thing that stuck with me is someone told me that someone doesn't know what they don't know, and you need to show them what it is that they don't know. And to me, I was like, oh, it was kind of a corny saying, like, yeah, of course you don't know what you don't know. But once you do know and you realize the meaning behind the saying, it's so much better. Like I said, when I had this job, I had this life, and I thought it was good. I thought it was all I needed. I thought it was all I was ever gonna have. And what I was looking for was just things to start to fill in the gaps when it got boring, not realizing that the issues and the things that weren't making me happy were because I wasn't connecting with myself on a real level. I was just saying and thinking that I was living this world. The best way I can put it is like I was living in the Matrix at that time. I was just going through life thinking that this is all it was gonna be, and I had to just make the most out of it and make the best out of it. But in the last month, I've realized that is so far from the truth. I feel like I have broken through a wall. I feel like that ad that Apple had with that woman who throws the hammer at the screen to kind of break the whole Big Brother thing. Like, I feel like I have broken through something in my life. That's so liberating. To think that I've gotten this feeling within a month of doing this. And I feel so fortunate to be so young and to be experiencing this now. And it's not 10 years down the line where I'm stuck in a rut and I'm stuck in commitments and I can't take the time to figure this stuff out. I really feel like I'm experiencing myself. I'm looking at myself physically every day for longer than I ever have. Like, I see this person that's trying to put themselves out there and build a community and do something they want to do passionately. And in a way, you separate yourself from that person on the screen that you see, because like, oh, look, I'm watching somebody. This is an actor, but here I am living my own life. But you make this connection after watching yourself so long. They're like, look at this guy. It looks like he's lying. Like he's holding something back. I'm like, oh, he looks so happy. Like, I want to be that happy too. But then you realize that was you. That literally was you in that moment. And so you get to see how other people see you, what they think when they meet you, and then when they watch your content, and you realize, wow, I really should work on this thing about me, because I see the imperfection in me when I watch this, and I want to fix that. I want to do better than I did last time. It's not without its downfalls, for sure. I've found by unlocking this part of me that's so in tune with my inner self, I have to face these vulnerabilities that are within me that are really scary and that really work in a way to hold me back from what it is that I want to achieve. And by no way are these vulnerabilities or insecurities a bad thing. I think every part of you has a purpose and a reason. It's just when they get out of hand, that's when it can be very dangerous. And it's scary to look at these insecurities and vulnerabilities, things that I have, the things that I want to be dating someone, but I'm too nervous to actually commit to something because I really want to do well in my career and in YouTube. And what if someone doesn't like me for me? And putting myself out there because I can see a YouTube comment and they can say something mean and I'll just shove it off. But when they say it to me in person, I really am rejected. And the fact that I want to have friends, but I'm way too afraid to actually go out and just meet people because have so much social anxiety and I'm socially awkward. And so I find comfort in a camera, but the camera doesn't hold me at night when I feel so alone. And I had these expectations of myself to be this amazing person that's going to reach so many people and to be able to provide for my family when they get older and they can't provide for themselves. And looking at yourself and seeing you're doing so much work right now that you can't write off the accomplishments that you've made. Because so often, especially for me, since I've kind of done this for the last month, is that I'll be up for 18 hours a day working my best, and then for some reason at 10 o'clock I'm so exhausted, and it's like, oh, no kidding, you're exhausted. You spent all day working, but it never feels like enough. When I go to bed, even if I've exercised, worked on personal stuff, made a video, just worked on the next week's video, it never feels like enough. It feels like there's always more that I could be doing. If I have time, I should be filling it with something productive. And that's the hardest thing to overcome right now. Doing this is realizing that time is so valuable, but if you fill your time with just doing things to work harder and go further, it's not gonna work. It's not gonna get you to where it needs to be. So with all of that, it wraps me up to what I was saying in the beginning, with everything kind of just working itself out. I made a YouTube channel last year, and I've kind of talked about it briefly, where I just wanted to upload stuff to kind of get used to talking to a camera, to get comfortable in front of a camera, and maybe start YouTube. This was a year ago, last summer, and I just looked at it recently, and this is that thing that just it blows your mind when things work out this way. That I left my job to do YouTube full time August 10th of 2018. The first YouTube video that I ever uploaded was August 11th, 2017. Now to me, that just is so crazy that literally 1 year after I made my first YouTube video just to do it for fun, I decided to leave my job and just pursue this dream. 1 year. And I feel as though there's so many implications in that. It took me a year to build the confidence to do this. And you look back at these videos that you made a year ago and you're like, wow, my content now is so much better than it was back then. But every time you make a video and you upload it, you're excited for everyone to see it. But the day after, you're like, oh, this is so bad. Why did I think this was okay to publish? But then you look back a year ago and you're like, this is horrible compared to what I'm doing now. And you really can just see that growth. And it's such a cool feeling. YouTube to me is a place where you can go and express your ideas, just be creative and do what you want. And that's why I get so annoyed when people ask me, oh, you're doing YouTube full time? So what's your channel about? What's your theme? I don't have a theme. I don't want a theme. I don't want to be a vlogger or a tech review or a news or a comedy group, or I just want to be me. That's what YouTube is. I want to express myself. And I don't know if people really don't understand that or what, but they kind of like, oh, well, you're not gonna get anywhere by doing that. You gotta pick one thing and stick with it. And I agree with them. I think that if you pick one thing and stick with it, you've made a channel and your audience will come back because they can know what to expect. But so often, people are getting burned out. We've seen all the headlines of all these YouTubers, these big, massive creators that are getting burned out because they're doing the same thing over and over again. And maybe it's not as realistic to just do whatever you want on YouTube and actually grow an audience. But I want to prove that wrong. And what I want out of my YouTube channel is to reach people. And I want to reach as many people as possible. And I want them to get something out of it. It's because YouTube for me, it's a place I can go to learn. A place to go to find entertainment, a break from life, to catch up on someone's life that's doing something cool, to find a review. I want to be able to have that experience with everybody. Not to say I want to be selfish and take everyone's views and followers, but what I want is I want to have a community of people that support each other and can be creative without fear or anxiety and just want to help each other out. And so that's what I want with my channel. I don't want it to be one thing. I want people to check into it to know that it's something enjoyable to do. And they don't have to watch all my videos. They may only like one thing. But I don't want to get caught up in the YouTube drama or the YouTube burnout. Because when people say, do one thing, well, look at these YouTubers that did one thing. Look how unhappy they are. YouTube has made me so happy watching it. YouTube has made me so happy doing it. I want YouTube to make you so happy watching it and doing it. And if you're afraid to be on YouTube, this is the channel for you. This is our channel. It's not mine, it's not just yours, it's all of ours. And I don't know what that means yet, and I don't know how I'll implement that, but what I want is, I want this to be something that we all can collaborate on, because everyone deserves happiness. And I've learned so much this last month of doing YouTube that I can't wait to see where the rest of the year takes us. And I want to close all this out with some lyrics from the first song that I covered on my old YouTube channel. This is from State Champs, and it's called If I'm Lucky. The song's about a girl, of course, but I think it's really impactful to how I feel about YouTube and about this community. The chorus goes, well, I've got a lot to talk about if you still want to listen, or if you even care. I'm just trying to find my place in this world, but if you stay or if you go, I'm right there with you. But you know that I'm looking for more than a pretty smile. And if I'm lucky, you can stay for a while. But if you stay or if you go, I'm just hanging on again. I love that. I love how you feel like you're out there, you're trying something, and I want you to stay. I want you to know that everything you see isn't gonna be the prettiest stuff in the world. But if you do go, I'm still there with you all the way. And I feel as though this is what YouTube is for me. It's created a home where I can take all the parts of me and just put them out there. And it's such a freeing feeling to just pull these pieces out of you. It reminds me of like when Dumbledore pulls out his memories and puts them in that chalice so you can look at them later. That's what YouTube is. It's a place where you can store your memories and reach different people. This is a long way of me saying thank you to every single one of you that have ever watched the video, liked the video, commented, given me support anywhere. It means the world to me, and I'm so happy that I can share this YouTube experience and this YouTube channel with you, and say that I am no way giving up or slowing down. Change is always going to be happening on this channel, and I'm so thankful that all of you choose to stay around and give me your time and your attention and your love, honestly. Before I wrap up, I want to say, because of all this, next week I don't know what my YouTube schedule is going to be like. I may not end up posting at all, not because YouTube is too much or because I'm going to stop or give up, because I need to check my focus. This whole time that I've been on YouTube, it's been grind, video every other day basically, and that's taken a lot out of me, and I've had a blast doing it, but I know that I can do better, but I do need time. I want to make my content better. I have so many ideas. I understand now what it is that I need to do a lot better than what it was a month ago. And I'm sure next month and the month after that, I'll know even more. But that's why I need this time to really think. As friends, as always, thank you so much for checking in. I'll see all of you around very soon. Until then, stay happy. Peace out, friends.